leader of opposition, to go and check on her. I was
You
part
accompanied him or escorted?
I accompanied.
Okay.
I'm so sorry for that. I accompanied the LOP to go and look at local activities. But Right Honourable Speaker, the situation at ROKO looked a little worrying. Having been a member of this parliament when these chambers of ours started, I am aware that ROKO contracted.
There is an order from your from reverence. That's number one. Number two, it is also true that the leader of opposition is supposed to bring a report, a comprehensive report. So you are really in order. Honorable Patrick, we are waiting for a report from leader of opposition, and the issues leader of opposition raised were very pertinent. That must be resolved by finance, especially in terms of our construction here, our building. When I was in the 10th Parliament, I had even booked that I would be sitting in that particular place. But because I was the one seated next to the dust, so I had already booked. So those are things we need to find out.
Right Honourable Speaker,
are obligated to submit to authority. As much as he's my fellow colleague or he's my colleague in the House, the fact that he has that special divine favor upon him, I submit as a Catholic under him. And
his amount of patience or listening ability, you don't refer to a reverend father. Because when you refer him as a reverend father who does not listen, you will be attacking so many of us. Because we have chambers that ROKO should have completed. Two, the commissioners who are now sitting, the current commissioners, did not issue out that contract. We all came and got that contract was already existing. And we got that building the way it is. And I want to repeat, we got the building the way it is. And that is what we are following now. What we are following now is ROKO is not going to be paid any money. The money should be paid to the suppliers. And when the suppliers are paid money, they come and fix whatever is left. No more payment to ROKO. That is what the clerk discussed with the Director of Finance, with the Minister of Finance and PSST. But I don't want anybody to make us take a blame on that contract. We got that contract there. The persons who were the commissioners then were the Honorable Mujiches. We are bound to what happened, and we are working to that, and we don't blame them for that contract. We don't blame anybody,
Right,
but
Speaker,
we are working on that.
Mr. Speaker, it is true that you inherited that contract, but what is not true is that it was signed by our time. We also inherited it.
You also inherited it.
Yes. We inherited it from the commission of the Honorable Gwanga and
Honorable Bua.
And actually, yes.
Honorable members, I can only affirm that the commission I served delivered the multi-layered parking lot of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. I can only affirm that. Thank you.
Right, Honorable Speaker. A paramount reason, because it is going to end up saying that it is the Prime Minister, because before them there was the Prime Minister now. Madam Speaker, wouldn't it be procedural right? We get a comprehensive report from our current commissioners about the state of that chamber, about the future of that chamber, so that we get to know. Otherwise, as members, the last financial year, Right Honorable Speaker, we could hear somebody banging a hammer on every morning. Now you hear nothing completely going on. So the current commissioners that we tried even to censure, and they insisted on being in those positions, should come here, Right Honorable Speaker, and present a clear report on that chamber.
They did not insist being there, but commissioners, we want a report on that in 2 weeks' time, the status.
In 2 weeks' time.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, we are going to do that.
2 weeks' time, we want a report.
Right Honorable Speaker, we shall sit and bring the report to Parliament.
Okay, next item.
Item 3 on the order paper.
Masava, Industrial Division in Bali, as a member. The committee will be guided by the following terms of reference. 1, to assess the performance trends of the sales revenue for the last 5 years from all sources. 2, to identify the circumstances under which UPL opted for an overdraft facility to finance the operations of the financial year 2021-2022, 2022-2023, and who approved it. 3, explore the procedure used by UPL management in the debt write-offs that grew from 149% in the financial year 2022-2023, and whether they have a bad debt policy in place. 4, to evaluate UPL liquidity management process and procedures to ensure adequate financial health of the company. 5, to provide the genesis of the emergency of receivables, and which amounted to 18.4 billion in the financial year 2022-2023. 6, evaluate the debt recovery process and procedures of the company and the level of their implementation by management of UPL. 7, to provide a genesis of non-payment of statutory obligations, including but not limited to NSSF, the Union Fund, contributions to other statutory bodies. 8, to make recommendations for the regularization system and the process of the general improvement of the performance of the entity under review. 9, to inquire into other matters incidental to. And 10, report back within 2 months from today to this House. I want to thank you so much and thank you for coming. Next item. My office, up to now, have not received anything on the roads issue. And yet we want the minister to comprehensively respond to all the issues that are being raised. Yes, procedural matter.
Yes,